Managing your time is a fool's errand. What you should be trying to do is manage your focus. Let me explain. Millionaires and entrepreneurs all over the world use this type of scheduling method to make sure they're managing their focus, not just their time. And when you manage your focus, that's going to change everything for you. There's this method I call the 10-block weekly schedule that I developed for myself, for my employees, and for my clients that's revolutionizing the way that we manage our time by managing our focus. The 10-block weekly schedule starts by doing this. Get a whiteboard or a piece of paper, don't do this on a computer, and you're going to list every single thing that you've got to do on a regular or weekly basis. So you can see I've got administrative tasks, finances, team meeting, write book, write newsletter, all the way down to chiropractor's appointment down here at the bottom. Anything that I got to do on a regular basis goes on that whiteboard. Don't leave anything out. Now you got your list made. It's over there on the whiteboard. You're going to transfer that list either to a piece of paper or to a computer. And this is where I use my computer to do this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to list all of those activities on a document in no particular order. Now that I've got all those things listed in no particular order in a document, I'm going to open up another document. I'm using Mac Keynote to do this. You can do whatever you want, and you're going to create 10 blocks. This is where the whole schedule, 10-block weekly schedule, gets its name. Let me show you what I've done. So I've got these 10 blocks I created in Mac Keynote. Friday, all the way, Monday, all this. Got blue and green. You can do any color you want, but this is how I did it. These black bars I'll explain in just a minute. Now ask yourself this question. What is my highest and best use of time? Like, what is the 1, 2, or 3 things that I have to do on every week? It's my maximum value that I add to my company. What are those 3 things? 4 things, 5 things, whatever it is, make a list. Let me show you what my list looks like. So I took this list and I turned it into 12 things, right? So I've got outbound prospecting and sales, number 1, cohort sessions, mastermind sessions, my successful entrepreneur calls, work on my book, podcast recording, record videos, etc. Those are the top 12 things that I've got to do every week. Out of that big long list, I've got to put those on my schedule first, because where I focus first is where my energy is going to go, and that's where I'm going to make money and I'm going to make impact. So generally speaking, I'm the type of person that's going to be much more productive in the morning blocks than I am the afternoon blocks. That means I've got to make sure that my high ticket items, the things that I'm doing that are going to bring in the most amount of money and help me make the biggest impact, go into those morning blocks. And so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer those big ideas onto these blocks. You see what I've done there? So Monday I'm doing admin and finances, team meeting, and marketing calls on Monday morning. That makes the most sense for me. And then on Tuesdays I'm doing outbound sales and prospecting, my TSE calls, my BWA calls, miscellaneous calls and Zooms, book EMS sessions. And it goes throughout the week. I'm putting in the top activities in first, and then I'm going to fill in the gaps with everything else. And don't leave anything out. As you can see right here on Fridays, I even have check-in with friends, because if I know if I don't put check-in with friends, I might go a whole week and not reach out to the people that I love and say, hey man, how you doing? I told you I'd tell you what those blocks are, those little bars are for. It's for lunches. You can't have a lunch with somebody every single day and be productive most of the time. So only pick a day or 2 or 3 a week that you're actually going to do lunches. Leave the rest of the time for you to focus on you. Eat a brown bag lunch, or eat at your desk, eat at home, but don't go out. Now, you've created the 10 blocks. What are you going to do with it? You got this document on your computer. You're not going to ever look at that document again. Certainly not every day. All right, here's what you're going to do. You're going to get some Post-it notes, and you're going to write all this stuff on a Post-it note, put it right here at the bottom of your computer, and every day where you're working, you can see what you're supposed to be doing on that particular day. Okay? Not rocket science. Okay. Now, I use Google. You might use Outlook. Whatever computer-based calendar that you use, you're going to create a calendar in there called your weekly rhythm. That's what you're going to create, and this is what it's going to look like. So you can see right here on my Google Calendar, I've got these blocks, and I'm transferring from over here onto this. And when I click into any of those, for instance, if I click on a Wednesday morning block, I got all the details of what I'm going to be doing on that Wednesday morning block. And anytime I want to know what's happening, it's right there on my weekly rhythm calendar. One pro tip I forgot to give you, and I just thought about this before I finished this video, is you see this little guy right here that says DND, DND, DND. That stands for do not disturb. You need 2, 3, or 4 boxes in your weekly schedule. It's absolute D&D. You turn your emails off, your phones off, etc. You stay focused on the task at hand. That makes you more productive. Stay focused. So if you manage your focus, not your time, manage your focus every single day with a 10-block weekly schedule, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish, how much money you're going to make, and how much impact you're going to make in the world. If you like tips like this, Hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow me, reach out to me. I'm the real Jason Duncan. I want to help you achieve the results you truly want out of life.